Guys, welcome back. So in this tutorial I want to show us how to cut a male combat trouser. Now most people have been asking me how to cut a male combat trouser. So in this illustration I will take you through the whole processes of drafting a standard male combat trouser, and I will give you these videos in segments. The first segment will be on the drafting, second segment will be on the gumming, and the third segment will be on the stitching or sewing. So if you want to enjoy this video, make sure you look for the segments or episodes. Episode 1 will be cutting, 2 will be gumming, and 3 will be sewing. Now the reason I made it in this segment is for us to have the whole information very handy, than making it to be a bulky or a long video that will be boring. So stay put. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for you to be able to be getting more updates just like this one. Let's get down to the cutting proper. Hello guys, good evening and welcome back. Alright, so in this illustration I want to show us how to draft a male combat trouser. So here the first thing you need to do is always you mark out your sidelines, which is very important. So if you have not learned how to draft a regular trouser, you need to learn it first before you can understand the intricacies of drafting a combat trouser. But then, however, you can still stay put and watch this to the very end. You will still understand all I am trying to explain. So here you mark out your sidelines, making sure that the sidelines are properly marked out, and of course you mark 2 inches here for the hem or the folding of the trouser, right? You mark 2 inches there and then connect the line as shown, right? Now in a standard combat trouser, the length is usually a bit longer than a normal trouser. Now the reason for this is because of the fact that most times you will need shoe or a heeled shoe to put it on. So you need to make it to be at least 1 inch or 2 inches extra longer. So the length I have for my client is 42 on a normal. So I am using 43 to draft the length of this combat, right? So it's always advisable you use 1 inch extra, because of the fact that this particular trouser, you cannot sag it. Unlike our normal English trouser, you can sag. This one, you don't need to sag it, or you cannot sag it. Then once you have drafted to this very point, then you connect the lines as shown. Now the next to do here is to get your crouch depth and your knee line. So how do you get it? Measure from the waistline, then you calculate the crouch, which the crouch of my client is 11 on a standard crouch measurement, right? So I will use extra ½ inch to that crouch, because combat trousers crouch is or are a bit bigger than the normal English trouser. ½ inch extra is what you need. Be in mind that you are going to work it out from the normal English trouser for you to know the actual crouch, then add ½ inch to it to get the effect. Then the next you do here is to get your knee line. So the knee line is gotten by measuring from the crouch depth that way to the ankle line, divide by 2, come up by 3. So here I have it to be 31.5. So by 2 is 15.5, 15.75. Right, 15.5. Come by 3 is 12.5. So I will mark at let's mark at 12. Let's mark at 12. This is my knee line. So by 12 from the crouch depth is my knee line for this my combat. So after which, now the next to do now is to apply the hip. But also bear in mind that in the hip application, you are going to use extra inch for the hip. You're not going to use the normal hip measurement you use on your regular trouser, right? So the hip of my client is 48. So in this particular combat, I will use 50, which is 12.5, right? So mark it this way, add extra 2 inches. So get it from here, and then the next thing we do now is to mark 1 inch in from the knee line this way, and then mark 1.5 inch in on the ankle line, right? So then you are going to connect this line in this form, take it down straight, and then blend it here. So in combat trouser, you might not need to use your hip curve. You can use your straight ruler to do the connections. It will still give you the same thing. Then the ankle we have normally is ankle of 14 for pants fitted, but you and I know that combat trousers are not fitted at the ankle. So I will make it 16 for my client. So 16 is what I am marking that way. So the knee we have is a knee of 18 for a normal fitted knee. So I'll make it to be 21. That's 10.5. The knee is always way bigger than the normal knee line. So you connect the line in this form, right? So just take your time to watch the video. So connect the lines, gradually you link it up in this very format. So the next you will do here is the waist. So the waist is a normal standard waist line. So the waist is 39. I'll just make it 40. That's 10. This way, an extra 1 inch is what you are adding. And then you connect it as well from here. After which, come up here by 2 inches, come up here by 0.5 this way, and slope the trouser by half of an inch. Use your hip curve, and then you connect in this form, right? After that, you are going to place your pocket point 7 inches deep from here, this way, and then 2.5 inch in from here. And you are done with the front panel, and then you connect this one from here with a freehand sketch this way. So this is the front panel of your combat trouser. So I do hope you understand what I just did, and then you will cut them as we have marked it. So now, having seen how the front panel was cut, now the next thing you will see will be on the back panel as well. So for the back panel, you don't need to do much. Extend the crotch line from here to the very point on the back fabric, then increase the back area by 2.5 at the crotch point, and then use 2 inches all through inside. 2 inches all through inside, just like this, right? And then with the help of your hip curve, then connect them as well in twos, just like this. Connect them in twos, just like this. So after this, the next thing you will do here will be to raise the back panel. So the back panel will be raised by 2 inches. Bear in mind that raising the back panel is very important because the back panel will be high in order to give you fitting at the back than giving you a low waist effect. Then on the waist point, 1.5 inch, or let's use 2 inches all through, 2 inches all through. Then at the back here, 2.5, right? Then with your freehand sketch, connect from here all through to that very point, and you're done with the back panel. So let us cut as well. The next you do is to cut the components. So here I have the pocket facing. So if you have been watching my other videos on trouser drafting, you will be conversant with all of these components and know their measurements. The measurements still is still the same thing for the combat trouser, right? So you just have to bear that in mind. So you mark the chalk there, but the measurement for some of us who have been watching for the very first time, the measurement here is 4 inches width, but the length of 12 is okay. Then the zip flap or the zip line here. So you cut out this as well in this form. And then the zip flap is a bit bigger. Though this will be trimmed later on. So this is around 3.5, 3.2, 3.5, 3.5, right? For the width. Then the length is 11, which is very much okay by me. Then after this, the next you do is the band. You know, the band is very essential that you cut it now before you proceed in cutting every other aspect. So here you mark out a baseline. You mark out a baseline this way, and then you cut 4.5 inches this way. Connect the lines. And then you cut it out. You cut it out in this form. So the next you will see will be the bed loop or the bed holders. So I think I will work with this one. The belt holders, I will work with this one. The belt holders, I will work with this one left here. So the measurement is 1.5 inches width by the length of 24. But since it's double, I have it to be 14, which is very much okay by me. So the cutting for this is done. So the next you will see will be on the preparations and then cutting the pockets. You know, the pockets is a whole lot of job, like a different knowledge altogether. Like you need to, you know, learn it as a separate illustration. So I will bring it available as well and send us on the platform. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and tell me where you're watching from. Bye bye for now.